Hey, how's it going, guys? So today I'm going to be going over the basics of SolidWorks. This will give you an understanding of how to start a part in SolidWorks, how to go from a 2D sketch to a 3D model. And for this, we're going to be working on this part right here. So I don't know the dimensions of this part, so we're just going to eyeball it. But this will give you a good understanding of how to go about the different tools in SolidWorks and how to actually create a 3D model. So to start things out, we're going to go up here, File, New, Part, and then go ahead and open that up. So for this, we have three different planes. We have the front plane, we have the top plane, and the right plane. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to hit Sketch. So this will be the basis of any 3D model made in SolidWorks. So you're going to start with this. You're going to want to select the top plane, at least for this model. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to make the basic shape on the bottom there. So we'll start out by doing a circle. Select the origin, drag it out. So for this, we're going to use the Smart Dimension tool, and I'm going to make this 1 inch. So as soon as that's made 1 inch, we can then go ahead and grab a rectangle and see that little tiny point right. There you go. You want to select that because that's going to be the middle of the circle. And we're going to drag it out like so. But if you look here, this is not connected. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to select this vertice, hit Shift, click this, and then we're going to make this tangent right here. So that will snap it to that corner. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to go to Smart Dimension, but a quick tip on that, if you hit the right mouse click button and drag up, you can quickly select that. So what we'll do there is we'll dimension that, I don't know, 4 inches. No, that's way too much. Let's go 2. See how that looks. It's still looking a little bit too much. Let's try 1.5. That's looking roughly what we want. Once you get to this step, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to trim entities. So what that'll do is that will cut these entities away. So we have the basic shape. And then you go to features here. So this right here, when you extrude a part, it will turn that 2D sketch into a 3D model. So if we select this right here, it will instantly put us into this. And we can kind of drag, make it however large we want. For this, it looks about like that, so I don't know, let's just kind of eyeball it. There, give or take. And then, done. So we have our basic sketch right there. Now we have our 3D model here. And for this, what we're going to want to do is we need to extrude this part up. So this looks like it's roughly in the middle there, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into the sketch. So once we have that done, we're going to go to Convert Entities here, and we're going to select all of these lines. Basically what that's going to do is that's going to turn the profile into a sketch. So once we have that, hit OK, and then we're going to create a line in the middle here, right about there. So what we're going to do is we're going to roughly put this in the center here. So we'll select the dimension tool, go down here, go up to here, and let's say it's about 1, and maybe a little bit less, 0.8 maybe, and let's say 0.85. Just for the basics, I'm just going to stick to basic measurements, nothing really precise. So then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to trim convert entities, trim entities. We're going to want to take these out. Now that deleted our dimension, so we're going to go back through and we're going to dimension that again. That's good. Okay, and then we're going to go to Features, Extrude, and we're going to eyeball it again. Let's say something like that. Okay, so now that we have this basic profile, if you notice right here, it has these walls right here. So there's a really easy tool to use that you can create those really quick. So if we look right here, we have fillet, that's a rounded edge, but we're going to want to use a chamfer. So we'll select this edge and we'll select this edge, and then we will up the dimensions to be roughly what it looks like, something like that. And then up here, if you notice on this part, we have a circle cutout. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go here, sketch again, and we are going to use another circle. We're going to go right about there, like that. Features, and then instead of extrude, what we're going to do is we're going to do an extrude cut. So what that does is it cuts through the object like that. So we'll select OK. And if we notice here, this looks a little bit too tall. Now that's not a big issue because we can always go back in and edit it. So if we look right here, this is our boss extrude. If we right click on that and do edit feature, we can change the height. So we'll put it about there. There we go. And maybe a little bit lower. Something like that. Okay, there we go. So now we have what looks to be roughly the same part. Now we need this. So for this, we can look right here. We have this plane cutting through the object itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to select that here, and then we're going to go to sketch right there. And from this, we can take a line all the way down here, all the way across, and then back up. And then we want to exit the sketch and then go to features, extrude boss base. Now from this, you know, we're only ever extruding one direction. So if you look at the part, it's actually in the middle there. So in order to get this in the middle, what we want to do is we want to go over here and we're going to do mid plane like that. And that will create it so that it's extruding from the middle. So we'll do it about there. And that's our basic part right there. So if you look at this, it looks roughly the same. I mean, I don't have the dimensions for this, so it's not going to be exact, but it gives you a rough idea of how to create a sketch, how to extrude, how to actually create it into a 3D model. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm going to be having more SolidWorks tutorials on more advanced parts, but this is the basics. You can use this to just create any small simple part, and that's the basics. I really recommend jumping in, looking at all these different tools, all the different sketch tools. You can really use it and create really awesome parts. Check out my website. It's infinitycad3d.com. I have a bunch of parts up there. You can check them out, and that's where my tutorial series is going to be posted, that and YouTube. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and if you want more SolidWorks tutorials, go ahead and drop a comment. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.